Hey y'all, this is Stacy from Miss RN Diva. So I'm looking a little dusty today, but I just came back from working out, so don't judge me. Anyway, I wanted to give you all a look at my front flower beds. I cleaned up all of the bottle brush trees. I took all the dead leaves off of there, and I replanted some of the Liriope along the border of my walkway. So I just wanted to let you all see what it looks like cleaned up. And the front flower bed, I kind of pulled some old annual flowers that I had in the front flower bed out. So I'll let you all see. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all, so this is the front walkway, front flower bed. And there, this is an Aurelia. It's a fall, winter plant, and it likes cold. It doesn't really like hot, but it survives up here because it gets some shade in the morning, and so it kind of survives here in Houston. It's kind of hot though. Here is one of the bottle brush trees that I cleaned up. You see the green coming in there, and here's another one. Here's another one. Green's coming in a little bit. Then right here, I took out there was a Canna lily, C-A-N-N-A. Here, they are too invasive, so I really don't like to deal with those. So I took it out from the root. I pulled the whole root out. And then here's my rose bush. It's starting to regenerate itself. And then there was another Canna lily here that I took out as well. I took that one out too. So here are the Liriopes that I planted. I kind of split this big one that I had, and I just did little bitty ones along the walkway all the way down. Okay, so on this side of my walkway, this is the Liriope. It was huge, y'all. It had been here 20 years since I've been here, so I finally split it and just made little bitty ones along the walkway. Here's one right here. Right here in this space right here, there's some Calla lily, C-A-L-L-A. It'll start sprouting up probably in May, because it needs to be really warm for that to come up, but it'll come up in May. Here's another bottle brush, Liriope, bottle brush, Liriope, bottle brush, and then the other Aurelia is over here starting to regenerate itself. A little bit of green coming up. Also right here, I took the root of one of the Canna lilies. I'm gonna put it back in the backyard. I'm gonna put it in a pot because they're too invasive. They just pop up and grow so big, and it'll take over the whole flower bed if you don't watch it. Over here, I usually just do some pretty flowers in here, some annuals every year, and so I will find out what I want to put in there. Okay, here. Over here, this is my sago palm. It got damaged in the freeze, and it's fine. It always comes back. No, I'll never have any problems with that. This is my front flower bed, and this is a daylily, and it's starting to come back. This right here, this is a euonymus. This didn't do good when I put it in the ground, so I'm gonna see how it does. If not, I'll just pull it out and replace it. I don't know if I'm gonna do a euonymus again, but I have 3 of them. This is a barberry bush. It's red, and it's actually, the leaves are green, but when it gets really hot outside, it turns red. Another euonymus, another barberry, and then another euonymus. This euonymus is putting on more green than the other 2, so I'm not sure if I have to replace 2 or not. Here's another daylily. It's already starting to grow back. I cleaned up all of the dead leaves from this daylily. In the middle here, these are my pansies. I use this with in the winter time, just to have some color up here. My mulch looks bad. I didn't want to replace my mulch this fall, so it'll get replaced in March. Over here, this is my other sago palm. It had a little bit of damage from the freeze, but it's fine. Here is another Liriope. It's a different kind than the other one. I cleaned it up. I cleaned that one up and cut it back a little bit. So it's coming along. My grass is still dormant. It's coming back slowly. But we're gonna have some 30-degree weather next week. So I'm not in a hurry. It'll come back. I fertilize and everything multiple times a year, so I'm not worried about my grass. It'll come back. It'll be beautiful and green come probably April or May. Over here, this is another daylily. There's another daylily right here by this Xfinity sign that it will come up to. This one right here, this is a Sunshine Ligustrum. It's already starting to regenerate itself. You see the green on there. This Sunshine Ligustrum did not do well. It did not grow well because my neighbor's tree is over here on my side of the yard, and it has grown over here and it shades everything on this side of my garage. So therefore, this Sunshine Ligustrum does not get the sun, so it needs sun to grow. So that's why it's stunted. The growth is stunted. So that's it. I'm getting ready to do some remodeling to my house. I'm getting ready to get a roof done, and this is my materials that they brought here. So the roof will be done tomorrow, and so they just dropped the materials off. This is my roof. I have some shingles up there missing. I really didn't even notice that they were missing, but okay, this house has been here. I built this house in 2002, and the roof needs to be done. It's never been done, so it's time. So that's what we're doing. Also, I'm gonna get my exterior trim and everything, front porch, back porch, patio, all that painted. Also, I'm gonna get the gutters done on the sides of my house and on the back patio, because once they did the back patio a couple of years ago, I had that back patio covered. They had to take the gutters down that were back there. So now I need new gutters. So anyway, like I said, here is the equipment for my new roof that will be going up tomorrow, and that's it, y'all. So I'll let you all see what it looks like and what happens tomorrow. Okay, y'all, I'm back in the backyard. So you see how ugly this fence is. So this fence will get done as well as my roof. So my insurance company says that the roof and the fence go hand in hand. So by me getting my roof done, then I'm gonna get my fence done as well. So that will be taken care of. It looks so ugly. I have been trying for the last couple of years to work with my neighbors to get the fence done. But you know, you never know what people's financial situation is. You know, half of the fence is theirs, half of it is mine. So by me going ahead and paying for the whole thing, all the pickets will be turned to me. Like this first section right here is turned towards my neighbor's house. She's responsible for that section, and then this one right here is turned towards me. I'm responsible for that section. But since she is not able to work with me to get the fence done, then I will get it all facing me. It works out good for her because she gets a free fence, but the pickets will be turned to me. If she wants to add pickets on her side, she can't. So I am standing on my patio, and I'm looking out into the side of my yard. This is the gate that goes to the back of that leads into my backyard. This is my side flower bed. Right there where the ladybug is, I'm going to plant a plant there. I have some bulbs that I bought from Lowe's that plants that take shade, because that little section right there where that ladybug is, it never gets any sunlight. It's just shade. So that's what I'll put there. Right next to it is the crepe myrtle Crepe myrtle is a black crepe myrtle. The leaves are black, and the flowers are like a magenta color. Right here, this is an azalea bush. It's starting to regenerate itself. You can see the green on there. It's green leaves with red flowers. This is a double knockout rose bush. It has red flowers, red roses. Right here, this is the other crepe myrtle. So with crepe myrtles, they have main lead stems. So this one has 3 main stems, and the new stems will grow out of the main stems. So actually, when I cleaned it up, all I had to do was take off all the old dead stems. These stems on the ground here came from the crepe myrtles. I left them here because I'm going to use them, and I'll tell you how I'm going to use them in a little bit. Right here is my other double knockout rose. It's red as well. This right here is a hibiscus plant. It has the big dinner plate hibiscus flowers that are white. And then right here is a jasmine bush. It'll come back to, and then right here is another jasmine, and it's a climbing one though. So it'll climb up this little tower thing here. Right here, this is a Meyer lemon tree. I covered it up during the freeze, so hopefully everything is fine. Right here, this is, I had some raised garden beds that I bought from Lowe's. They were $29.99. I just wanted to see how I would do with planting. So I've been doing this for about 3 years, and I did pretty good. In this first box, I had grape tomatoes, like little bitty grape tomatoes. And then in this one, I had peppers. I had bell peppers, red and green. And then I had some different color crispy sweet peppers. And in this one right here, I had jalapeno peppers and cayenne peppers. And then I also had some lemon cucumbers. And the lemon cucumbers, all cucumber plants climb, so they climbed up on these trellises right here. These will be going away. I'm probably gonna put them down here, slide them down a little bit, and then I'll probably just put herbs in there. These gates, this fence looks a mess, but it'll be done in the next month, or I'm gonna say about a month. Also, right here, I have a Meyer lemon tree, variegated lemon tree, and then this is the pot that I had the canna lilies in. Remember I told you you should put them in a pot because they're invasive. All this will go away when they do the fence. Right here is the new fence that me and my neighbor right behind me, we went in together, and the neighbor that lives right there, we went in together on this fence about 2 years ago. And it goes all the way down to the end. Only thing about my yard, I was the first house built on this block, so my yard has all of the utility cables and everything. They're all underground, but I can't put anything back here on this back fence all the way across to that end, and 7 feet from the back fence. So I can't put anything down there. This fence on this side, this neighbor, she couldn't work with me either, and so I'm gonna get all this replaced, and it'll all be turned to me. This side doesn't look as bad as that side. This is my grandkids. This is their play set that I bought them, not this Christmas, last Christmas. And every year I'm supposed to get it stained, so I need to call the people to come and stain it. I probably could do it myself, but I'm gonna let them do it. This is the back of my house right here. I'm not sure if you all have an Ollie's in your area, but here in Houston we do have an Ollie's, and we also have one in College Station. The one in College Station, every spring they have all these big old nice pots, like this blue pot right here that I got, matches all of my blue decor back here. It was $35. So this big pot was $35. In that pot I have sedum. Sedum is an easy to grow plant. It doesn't like any fuss, and it puts out flowers in the fall. Right here is a gardenia plant, and I took some of the leaves off. I probably need to clean up just a little bit more. The concrete back here will be power washed, y'all. It'll be power washed. I have another planter right here. Every year I usually put coleuses in there. Another one right here, I usually put coleuses in that one too. Then I have another planter just like the one on the other side, and it has sedum in it. So this is my patio. It's covered. So I have a table and chairs right here. It's dirty. It'll get all cleaned up. As it rains, I have to come out here and clean up. So it's been raining on and off, and it's been really cold, so I hadn't been out here. So a lot of it needs to be cleaned. So here's my little conversation set. Here's a love seat, and then there's 2 chairs right there. Okay, so my little elephant over here, I'm gonna have to get it painted. I'm gonna spray paint it again. The paint just came off of it because of the being outside. So this is my back patio. I have to clean up back here, y'all. The wind and everything. Also, this is my smoker. It's a Big Green Egg. I love it. I've had it for about 8 or 9 years. And so that's it. That's my backyard, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, so my fence is done. It is so beautiful. So this is the gate that leads into my backyard. It is so sturdy, y'all. It is so sturdy. It is so sturdy. I mean, this is a totally different look from before. So this is an 8-foot fence. We have a 2-foot border at the bottom, and like I said, all the pickets are turned to me because my insurance company is the one that paid the money. So it's all turned towards me, and I love it. I'm going to go ahead and stain it all one color because the old part of the fence where me and my neighbor had already done, which is the gray sections, I want it all to look one color, but it's still beautiful regardless. It's beautiful all the way around. Also, my contractor asked me if I wanted him to add the pickets on my side so they could be all the way turned towards me. So, you know, in the last video, the pickets were turned towards my neighbor, so we had went in half on this. So I just got the pickets, the new pickets put on that face me. So this is all towards me now, all the way around, and I love it, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and stain it all one color eventually. I don't know when, but eventually I will. And so it is finished. I have a lot of work to do back here. I wanted them to go ahead and finish doing the fence before I started my garden work back here. So my flower bed will need to be redone as far as the border of it, the way it's the border. So I'm gonna have to get out here one day, take a day and get out here, but we still have some 30-degree weather coming, I think in the next week. In the next week we have some more cold weather. So I'm just gonna hang back and wait until all the cold weather, you know, is over, and then I'm gonna get out here and get going on my backyard. It's muddy back here because it had rained, and so my grass is kind of messed up right there by the entry to the backyard, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. And that's it, y'all. I wanted you all to see my new fence. It looks so good. Maybe back here in this back corner, I can situate my pots really pretty. I think I'm gonna get some stones like the pebble stone and put it back there in that corner, and then I'm gonna just situate my pots right here in that area. Like I said, these raised little garden beds that I had the last few years, they will get shifted down here, and then right here I have a new raised garden bed that I'm going to put right here, and I will have all of my tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, lettuce, all that stuff will be in a new raised bed that's going to go right here in this area. So that's it, y'all. I just wanted you all to see my fence. Bye. Hey, y'all. I am back. So this is my new raised garden bed that I told you all that I was going to get. So I put it together yesterday, and it's a Veggie Garden raised bed. Right now they have 40% off, so if you could get on their site, veggiegarden.com, they have 40% off of everything on the site. They always have a sale, but this 40% off is really good. So I have put it together, and I put on the inside, I put grass clippings from when my lawn man came and cut my grass. So I took that bag of grass and just put it at the bottom. Also, there are all those stems that came from the crepe myrtle. Those are in there. Any dead leaves, dead flowers or whatever, anything that I cut back, I put it out in here. Also, those three little raised beds that I had, that I told you all I had from Lowe's, they're over here now. I slid them down. The dirt that was in there, I just dumped it in here. I pulled out all the weeds, and then I dumped it in here. So with the raised bed, the raised garden bed, these kind of beds, you kind of like need to put some filler stuff at the bottom. So next, I put the grass clippings. First I put cardboard, then I put the grass clippings, then I put the leaves and stems and stuff that I cut back in my front garden bed and my back garden bed. I put them all in here. Then I took the old dirt that was in the smaller raised beds from last year. I pulled out all the weeds, and then I dumped it in here. So the next layer that will go in here will be compost. I'll probably need about 10 bags of compost. There are some places by my house that's, will deliver compost, but I don't need that much, so they won't deliver a small amount. So I have to go get like 10 bags of compost, and I'll just fill the next layer, and then the next layer will be the good garden soil, raised bed garden soil for vegetables, and so that's what I'll get next, organic. And all of this is pretty much organic. I use all organic fertilizers, even in my flower beds in the front. In the back, I use all organic, so there's no chemicals or anything in there. So over here in these little bitty ones, I put on the first one is strawberries. Those two things right there are strawberries. I'm gonna add some more to this pot, this raised bed right here. Then the next one is jalapenos in the back, and then in the front there's the green bell peppers. Back there, those are not going to stay there. I need to get my pot that I use to plant my lemon balm. I need to get that cleaned out and get some new soil in there. That's lemon balm right here. Lemon balm. It's in the lemon balm is in the mint family, and it has a really great smell to it. It smells like lemons, but it's a great, you can make a tincture out of it, you can make salves out of it, you can make teas, you can eat it, you can put it in your salad. It's really great in salad. Those other 4 little pots back there are some mustard greens and some collards that I did from seed. I'm gonna see if I can make it before it gets too hot. If I can, then I'll grow them. If not, then I'll just have to wait till the fall and the winter time, because collards and mustards, they only like the cold, so they can't take the Texas heat. So it's already starting to be hot here, and today it was like 85 degrees. So that's it, y'all. I still have some more things to do back here. That dirt back there, from when they rustled up that dirt from when they did my fence, I'm gonna put white rock back there, all the way back over there into the corner, all the way to this corner. And then I will situate my these pots right here. I don't know if this lemon tree is alive or not. I'll have to wait to see if it generates itself, but I'll see. If it's not, then I'm gonna take that out and just re-put something else there. I don't think I'm gonna do lemon trees anymore. If these don't make it, these two right here on the outside, the smaller pots, if they don't make it, and if this one is alive, but I'm gonna have to cut it way back. So if they don't make it, I'm just gonna pull them up and I'll be done with lemon trees, because for some reason I just can't get any lemons. Okay, so y'all, that's it. Also, they painted my house on the outside, the back patio, all of my trim and everything. I've had a time with the people who painted, so they did not do a good job. The guys, the company is really good, Basil Construction. So if you're in Houston, they're good. But these two guys that they had painting my house, they didn't do a good job. So I went, you know, all the money that I paid for to get my house painted, I went around and made sure that all of my that, you know, the coating was good and that I didn't have any streaks or anything. And I found a lot of issues. So the owner came today and he made sure that everything was perfect the way I liked it, and so that is done. So the painting is done. So all I did a new roof. I did gutters back here. I had to put some gutters back here because when they did this covered patio, the gutters that were previously here had to be taken down. So I had to get new gutters. So I did the roof, new gutters, paint, and the fence. So I am good for this year. Big projects, and we'll talk about one day. I'll do a video on how I was able to do all of this at one time, and you know, as far as the financing of it and everything, and how did I do some of it. I saved money, and then some I just pulled from my retirement account instead of going through credit, because I can borrow from myself and pay myself back with interest, and it does not go on my credit or anything. So we'll talk about that one day. We'll have a little discussion about that one day, about finances and how you can use your accounts and stuff to get some things done in your house without using your credit and putting your house up and doing a HELOC and all that kind of stuff. So I had some money saved, but I wanted to get all of this done. I wanted it to be done. So that's it, y'all. So I'll come back one day and we'll have a discussion on financing stuff. And I'll see you all later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.